Viewers, how do you test whether Mamata Banerjee is right? Whether her self-assessment of the situation in Bengal stands up to scrutiny? Viewers, it's very simple. The essence of a functioning democracy, of a representative democracy, of a democracy where there are true freedoms, viewers, is where there is respect for the rule of law, where there is an appreciation for the law, where, viewers, the law is applied justly and humanely. Now, viewers, look at those pictures on your screens, where unarmed protesters, some enfeebled by age, some very young, viewers, some women, some individuals who belong to the state government, some convinced that they live in a democracy where they can express their point of view, are quashed under the jackboot of the state. Look at this, viewers. People are being hawked off the streets, thrown into police vans, garroted. Viewers, the Supreme Court said last week, when it took up the RG Kaur matter suo motu, that, and I quote, peaceful protesters in Kolkata should not be disturbed or disrupted by the Bengal government. Court will monitor the situation to ensure compliance, unquote. I in fact invoked these words yesterday on this show at precisely this time. But what was the reality on the ground yesterday and today? The Kolkata police has done just the opposite. In flagrant violation of Supreme Court orders, as I pointed out yesterday, it pressed battalions into using water cannons, tear gas to trample the protests that it was ordered to safeguard. And when these weapons did not intimidate the protesters, the Kolkata police used their lathis to bludgeon the unarmed students, activists, state government employees, doctors, women, to brutal effect. 200 protesters were dragged off and stuffed into police vans. At least 160 are injured, including 17 women, according to some estimates. Worse, Mamata's party's colleagues have labeled the protesters clowns and paid political agents to post de facto legitimize the crackdown, viewers. Is this democracy? Is the spirit under such a dispensation alive? Or is it caged, trampled? Despite the brutal attack on peaceful dissent, despite not honoring Supreme Court orders, despite open contempt for the law, Mamata Banerjee has come out and brazenly declared that BJP and the very few who still have the spine to stand up to her are wrong to claim that democracy has not been murdered in Bengal. Listen in, viewers.
আমি পরিষ্কার বলে যাই, বাংলা সবাইকে গ্রহণ করে, সবাইকে আসন দেয়, সবাইকে অলঙ্কৃত করে, সর্বধর্ম মানে, সবাইকে ভালোবাসে। কিন্তু কেউ যদি মনে করেন বাইরে থেকে এসে বাংলাকে অচল করবেন, বাংলাকে অশান্ত করবেন, তারা মনে রাখবেন বাংলার মৃত্যু নেই, বাংলা অচল হয় না, বাংলা সচল থাকে।
Respect for democracy also means, viewers, not just respect for the law, but also respect for dissent in whatever shape and form it takes. Dissent, viewers, is channeled through the people directly or then through the opposition. The opposition is also elected, viewers, by the public, by people like you, to express your point of view and also to ensure that there is no abuse of power, that the government of the day is held to account so that it does a better job to serve you. But viewers, in the very next breath, after Mamata Banerjee said that the spirit of democracy is alive in Bengal, the Chief Minister undermined the spirit of democracy by going on a chilling threat spree. She warned Prime Minister Modi, her opponent, against its legitimate right to dissent. At one point, she even goes to the extent of warning him that, quote, we, unquote, presumably TMC cadre, would oust him from office by force. In other words, Mamata warned the PM of her party's capacity to stage a coup, a political coup. Given that the statements were made in the full public glare, they assume an insidious edge and reek of a tyrannical mindset. This, viewers, is an invocation to mobocracy. Listen in.
মোদি বাবু আপনার পার্টিকে দিয়ে আগুন লাগাচ্ছেন, মনে রাখবেন বাংলায় যদি আগুন লাগান আসামও থেমে থাকবে না, নর্থ ইস্টও থেমে থাকবে না, উত্তরপ্রদেশও থেমে থাকবে না, বিহারও থেমে থাকবে না, ঝাড়খণ্ডও থেমে থাকবে না, উড়িষ্যাও থেমে থাকবে না, আর দিল্লিও থেমে থাকবে না। আপনার চেয়ারটা আমরা টলমল করে দেব।
The shocking invocation of mobocracy also flies in the face of Mamata's claim that democracy is alive in Bengal. In fact, the evidence suggests that the Chief Minister isn't sure of her hard facts, viewers. Let me break it down for you. The first hard fact, suppressing political opposition. The arrest of BJP leader Priyanka Sharma for sharing a meme about Mamata Banerjee in 2019 was a stellar example of how Mamata brooks no dissent. The detention of CPIM leader Muhammad Salim during a protest rally in 2020 was yet another example. Here's another hard fact, the restriction freedom of speech. Arrest of Jadarpur University professor Ambikesh Mohapatra for circulating a cartoon about Mamata Banerjee in 2012, viewers, was an example. Detention of social media user Bappi Mahato for posting a poem critical of the government in 2017 is yet another example. The misuse of state machinery, allegations of police brutality against opposition supporters during the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the transfer of IPS officer Rajiv Kumar, who investigated the Sharda Chit Fund scam allegedly to prevent him from probing further in 2019, the crackdown, the brutal crackdown by using the police, the instrumentality of the police, viewers, is another example of the misuse of state machinery. I'm not saying it, the Supreme Court said it. Abuse of power is the words they used. Hard fact 4, disrupting public meetings and rallies. Disruption of a BJP rally in Kolkata allegedly by TMC supporters in 2019. Cancellation of permission for a CPIM rally in Siliguri citing, quote, law and order, unquote, concerns in 2020. ISF was banned from holding a rally. Hard fact 5, controlling the media. Allegations of pressuring media outlets to remove critical articles or coverage. Example, the Sharda Chit Fund scam, viewers, have also emerged in Bengal. Withdrawal of government advertisements from critical media outlets. Example, the Telegraph, viewers, also happened. Need I tell you about the chilling effect of prosecuting several journalists, covering protests, legitimately asking questions? There are several such examples, beginning with me, viewers. Hard fact 6, influencing electoral processes. Allegations of voter ID irregularities and electoral roll manipulation, 2019 surface, viewers. Deployment of central forces during elections allegedly to influence voting in 2019. That also happened. Targeting NGOs and civil society, crackdown on NGOs. Receiving foreign funding, allegedly for criticizing the government. Example, Greenpeace India. And viewers, The parties that support her have been silent on this, selective, but they will attack Modi for doing exactly the same. I'm not defending either. Harassment of civil society activists such as those protesting the Bhannagar land acquisition in 2017 viewers. Hard fact 8, ignoring parliamentary norms. Disruption of the West Bengal assembly proceedings by TMC MLAs in 2019. Refusal to allow opposition MLAs to speak or raise issues. Example, on the Sarda chit fund scam. Promoting personality cult, the display of Mamata Banerjee's images on government advertisements and public infrastructure. Use of government funds for Didi Ke Bolo, Tell Didi, outreach programs promoting Mamata Banerjee directly, viewers. Taxpayer money. Hard fact 10, undermining investigative agencies, alleged interference in the CBI investigation into the Sharda chit fund scam, refusal to allow the ED to investigate the Narada sting operation 2016, roughing up ED officials when they land up in Sandesh Khali earlier this year, viewers. Besides these, the courts have also taken the Mamata government to task. Here another bunch of hard facts, viewers. Today, I am only speaking on the back of hard facts. The question I posed, does Mamata know her hard facts? May 2023, West Bengal tries to ban, quote, Kerala story, unquote. This is what the Supreme Court said. The court said the statewide ban on the film in West Bengal suffered from, quote, over-breath, unquote. Hard fact 2, October 2020, West Bengal police summons the resident of Delhi over anti-Mamata post. What Supreme Court said, we cannot have citizens hauled from one corner of the country to another for a social media post criticizing the government, unquote. Hard fact 3, February 2019. Mamata government tries to block satirical film called Bhobishot Bhoot, unquote. The Supreme Court said there has been an unconstitutional attempt to invade the fundamental rights of the producers, the actors and the audience. Worse still, by making an example out of them, there has been an attempt to silence criticism and critique. That, viewers, is the essence of democracy. Silenced, throttled. Hard fact 4, October 2023. The Calcutta High Court slams Mamata over Panchayat poll violence. The Supreme Court goes on to say democracy was blown to the wind. Recounting was done only to favor TMC candidate, unquote. July 2018, eruption of Panchayat poll violence. The Supreme Court said that Panchayat level democracy is not working in the state. Can you believe it, viewers? Hard fact 6, post-poll violence in 2021. The Supreme Court said, sought a response from the West Bengal government on a plea seeking an independent inquiry to post-poll violence in the state. DGP appointment case 2019, the Supreme Court set aside the West Bengal government's appointment of the Director General of Police, no less, citing irregularities and violation of procedure. Viewers, these are the hard facts. Now you tell me, is the spirit of democracy alive in Bengal? Let's open this up, viewers. Let's open this up. Let's ask some fundamental questions. And let me begin with the very well informed, pugnacious spokesperson, Anirban Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee, good evening, sir. Simple question to you.
Yeah, good evening.
The Supreme Court said, and I'm quoting them, and if you bear me a second or two, peaceful protesters in Kolkata should not be disturbed or disrupted by the Bengal government. Court will monitor the situation to ensure compliance. I hope the court does wake up, but that's a separate issue. I have to ask you, Mr. Banerjee, what was happening? That lathi charge, the cannon, water cannon, the arrests, arbitrary, injuries borne, state brutality. Is this the way you uphold the Supreme Court order and by direct extension the spirit of democracy, sir? Are these visuals lying?
Okay. Did you by any chance miss the visual of Kolkata police sergeant who has lost his left eye? Did you by any chance miss that visual? I think you did. because that visual, though in itself not the complete story, actually depicts the beginning of everything that you are saying here or displaying here as state brutality. No state brutality took place on any peaceful protester yesterday. First of all, there were barriers on the road. First of all, the rally the day before was declared illegal by the police. No permission was sought, no proper route information was given, therefore the permission was cancelled even after the organizers claimed that they had actually sought permission, but it was not given. Next, when the police had mic'd and announced that this is an illegal occupation of the streets by the so-called Chhatra Samaj, they did not listen to the police. There were barriers. They tried to uproot the barriers, climbed upon them, started pelting stones at not only the police but the daily commuters as well. Only after that did the police start to use their water cannons, the lathis, etc., etc. But severe injuries only took place on the police side and some of the daily commuters. None of the so-called protesters, none of them were peaceful anyway, were actually injured. I don't want anyone to be injured even if they are from the BJP camp. No one was severely injured except for the police personnel. I sincerely wish that you would display the visual of Sergeant Debashish Chakraborty, if I am not getting the name very wrong, who has lost his left eye due to this quote-unquote peaceful protesters.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for elucidating us. Yesterday I had not only run pictures of that gentleman, unfortunate as it was, but also of protesters trying to bring down barricades. And yesterday I had said that that is not on, Mr. Banerjee. But one second, Mr. Banerjee, 1 second. Now, one second.
And vehicles of Kolkata.
Can you allow me, sir? Can you allow me? I didn't interrupt you at all. You're eating into my time now.
Sure,
it's very important that I put the record right also. Viewers, you see these barricades cemented into place. What do they remind you of? I'll take your mind back to pre-COVID era, when Kisan unions supposedly showed up on the Shingu border outside Delhi, and they were pretty much cemented into place behind massive barricades, and curbs were imposed, curfew was imposed, they were not allowed to cross. You remember, viewers, that the opposition, including the TMC, in fact 16 opposition parties, said this was dictatorial. How can you put curbs on unarmed protesters, dissidents who are raising an issue? Same Mamata Banerjee, viewers, tore her hair out. Her spokespeople, sometimes they are journalists, sometimes they turn into MPs, I don't know. They were all eating pizzas to show their solidarity with the Kisans. They were dancing on their beautiful Mercedes trucks and massive tractors worth crores, viewers, saying that these people should be given their democratic right to protest. Democratic right, viewers. So when Mamata turns into the problem that she herself flagged 5 years ago, i.e. dictator, then viewers, what are we supposed to say today? That democracy is thriving in Bengal? Dr. Anand Ranganathan, how do you view this response from Mr. Banerjee today?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, it's increasingly becoming clear that in East Bengal, the protesters managed to turn democracy into dictatorship, while in West Bengal, the protesters have managed to turn dictatorship into democracy. It's as clear as that. Rahul, through your excellent primer, and I think you're going to be castigated by your channel, because the fact of the matter is that people stop watching your show after 5 minutes because they say, what's the point? This man gives all the hard facts in the first 5 minutes. What's the point of having a debate? Your primer kills the debate, because what else can one say over and above the facts that you've mentioned? And the facts are there for everyone to see. Now, there are 4 pillars, as they say, of democracy. Let's go through them one by one very briefly as to the situation in Bengal. Let's talk of legislature. You know, you yourself mentioned 20,000 panchayat election seats went uncontested in Bengal. There is absolutely no rule of what is considered as democracy in Bengal. This has been stated by from High Court to Supreme Court to everyone else. So that's the first pillar gone. You talk of executive. You know how ED officials were stoned when they went to do their job in Bengal. How CBI officers were arrested. How some officers, the rape charges were construed on that. High Court had to step in and set aside those charges because the officers were not allowed to do their job in Bengal. Let's now talk about the third, which is the judiciary. Ample examples where the sitting chief minister herself has said that the High Court judges are stooges of the BJP. I talk about the teacher recruitment scam and so many other things. Umpteen times, the ruling TMC dispensation has cast light on the, sir, please don't disturb me, on the fact that the High Court judges are sold out stooges of BJP. And fourth, finally, the media. What can I say? You yourself have told. Journalists are arrested. Middle of the night, they are taken away, thrown in dungeons. You have cartoonists arrested. You have professors arrested. You have movies banned. You have books banned. This is the situation. If you were to hear the Honorable Governor's speech yesterday, it is heart-rending. But one thing perplexes me. 5 minutes, the Honorable Governor said all the things that can ever go wrong in any democracy. And yet we don't have president's rule. So where does the buck stop? The ordinary citizen is asking this not only of the governor, but of the ruling central dispensation. I urge everyone, including the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, to hear out the Honorable Governor of West Bengal. Those 5 minutes will tell you that there is no rule of law in Bengal anymore. Then why don't we have the strictures that the Constitution has provided the Honorable Governor? And finally, just 30 seconds, the same police that applied all those measures given to it by the state, tear gassing, water cannon, lathi charging, I want to ask them what happened to all those measures on the morning of 15th August, Independence Day, when a mob which was 7,000 strong barged into the RG Kar Medical College, beat up, vandalized the doctors, their equipment, their pandals. Where were all these measures? What happened to mob control and crowd control then?
Let me tell you, viewers, I think Dr. Ranganathan is absolutely right. You had today no less an authority than the president come out and decry the state of affairs. Now, viewers, have you ever heard of the term president's rule, quote unquote, president's rule? If the president of the Union of India is wringing her hands in despair and using harsh words to sum up what we are seeing, viewers, then who do we ask to step in? I think Dr. Ranganathan was here last week when former Solicitor General of India, Mr. Hari Salve, was there, and he says that the beginnings, of course you can't leap, can't jump in the process of declaring president's rule, but the beginning has to come from the president's office. He can issue a proclamation, a directive. Has it come, viewers? No. No, it hasn't come. So either, viewers, there is something decidedly wrong, or there is no conviction, courage of conviction, or, viewers, someone is prevailing over someone. But having said that, I want to open this up further. I want to bring in the very erudite analyst with us, who also, of course, has been a member of the Congress, fought elections, Kamru Chaudhary, and the eloquent Tom Vadakkan, the national spokesman of the BJP. Both of them are here. Now, I want to begin with first Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. Mr. Kamru Chaudhary, I'm just going to read out some quotes. Now, please tell me who this is, because, see, my research stopped. I can give you the quotes, I can't tell you who actually uttered these words. So please help me out. The idea of India is under attack. We are facing a full-blown attack on institutions. India is a democratic country, but it's facing a serious democratic crisis. We are witnessing a systemic attempt to undermine the democratic institutions of our country. The government is using its power to suppress dissent and intimidate its opponents. India's democracy is under threat from forces that seek to divide us and undermine our institutions. Can you tell me who might have said these words?
60% of the opposition who have not voted for the BJP and led by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.
Is there any doubt in that?
So, Rahul Gandhi, viewers, has said these words. Now, as I said, viewers, democracy, the essence of democracy is about upholding the rule of law, of allowing dissent, of allowing your opponents the space, even if they are BJP, to come out and raise issues on behalf of the public, the 40%, 50% in Bengal that didn't vote for Mamata Banerjee, viewers. Just like Kamru Zaman Chaudhary has reminded me that the 60% who didn't vote, but 50% didn't vote, viewers, for Mamata Banerjee, don't they have a right to express their view? Is she only the chief minister of the 45% that elected her, viewers? No, she isn't. So Kamru Chaudhary, where is Rahul Gandhi, the defender of democracy? Does he not see the opposition being muzzled here? All his sound bites amount to what? Hollow. No, hang on. Just a minute. Don't be such in a hurry to jump in and cover up for your boss. I am asking Rahul Gandhi, why is he so quiet? What is happening? Priyanka Gandhi Vadra today tweets and talks about Hathras and about another horrible crime in Uttar Pradesh. Viewers, she's tweeted once on this issue. Once. And she hasn't still tweeted, viewers, on the absolute meltdown that is happening in Kerala, where women and their dignity has been completely torn asunder. And she wants to be a member of parliament from Kerala, viewers. Who will she speak up for? I want to ask you, Kamru Chaudhary, outrage is also selective today. आप लोगों के political affiliations, you look at people's dressing and all of that to comment, is it? What flag they might have in their hand, etc. Then human rights matter.
Can I reply now, please?
No, I'm asking you, sir, please. You please reply tonight to this question. Don't give me some long-winded homily. I don't like that. It wastes the time of our viewers. You know this. So I have to ask you, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi come out to Bengal? He charged into Hathras. Where is he today? Not even a comment.
Rahul, I am not a social media influencer that I'll be paid 8 lakhs rupees by the Yogi administration for propaganda news. But then when you started the show tonight, and the hard facts that you showed to the nation, none of us can deny it. It's a fact. The Congress party in Bengal, along with all the opposition parties, have been shouting, have been bringing out these issues that is there in Bengal. But Rahul, let us not be myopic. Just replace the word West Bengal in your hard facts with Uttar Pradesh or Assam today, and you'll find the situation is the same everywhere. If Rahul Gandhi has tweeted against the incident in Arjikor incident, what the Bharatiya Janata Party has done in West Bengal is hijacking a citizens movement and making it into a political. The streets of the mayhem that the West Bengal saw yesterday and today on the streets have completely hijacked from a citizens protest to a politicking game in West Bengal. And none of the Bengalis subscribe to this. There is where the BJP is losing. Second point, Rahul.
He's telling me I'm selective. Anyhow.
Second point, Rahul, you see, after the 2024 election, when BJP's seat came down from 18 plus 1 to 12 seats, there was complete anarchy within the BJP ranks as to what should be done.
So I'm just asking you a question. You made a point. Hang on, Kamru Chaudhary, you made a point. You said this protest has been hijacked by the BJP. You said that, right?
I said the anarchy that the BJP.
No, 1 second. You said that, right? You said that it's been hijacked. Now, viewers, let me ask you, and let me ask Mr. Kamru Chaudhary, let's test him tonight. Does the opposition have no right to protest in this country, sir?
Of course.
Of course. So what is the BJP
Where is
doing
the
wrong?
Congress?
It is exercising its
When
democratic
Congress
right.
Party-
It is
when
exercising
Congress-
its democratic right.
No,
Is that a crime?
no.
Have we
You
become
need
so
to
intolerant?
protest.
Is this a dictatorship? My
you
following
can
question. If you yourself, no, hang on. Now I
You
want to
ask
ask you a
question.
question, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary.
Yes.
If you don't have a problem with the BJP or the opposition, in the case here, of course, is the BJP because the Congress is missing in action. Your friend, Mr. Chaudhary, your namesake, the leader of the Bengal Congress, every day tells us that there is absolute dictatorship in Bengal. Yet,
I told
viewers,
you there is no
yet viewers,
denying the fact
there is
that
no
you get
denying
the
the
hard
fact. So,
fact.
where is Rahul Gandhi,
No.
the savior of democracy? No one is asking. No one, viewers, across the media is asking this question.
Rahul, come on, you cannot
I'm
block
asking
me
you,
just like
Mr.
that.
Chaudhary,
You
I'm
cannot
asking you,
block me a
why
one-on-one
isn't
question.
Rahul
Every
Gandhi
time I
there?
come on
So
your
answer,
show,
why
you
is
try
Rahul
to-
Gandhi
you
not
try
there?
to
Can you
speak out
explain to me?
yourselves and make
Can you
me a
explain to
listener
me?
in your show.
Can you
Let
explain
the-
to me?
Let the viewers be the best judge.
So I'm
Why don't
asking you the
let me
question,
explain?
respond to me.
Yes, I am answering your question. When the Badlapur happens, when Manipur happens, or when Prajwal
Manipur
Nabanna
happens, so that's okay.
or when
So if the Prime Minister doesn't speak,
did you
two
have
wrongs make
any
a right.
Prime Minister speak? Did you have the Prime Minister speak on Manipur?
I'm saying, is that a defense? Viewers, is
No,
that a
that's
defense?
not
You
a
judge
defense.
for yourself.
That's
The
a
Prime Minister is
myopic view
silent.
that
Did
you
the
are
Prime
taking.
Minister, no, hang on.
That's
Has
a
the Prime
myopic
Minister
view
tweeted
that
about
you are
RG
taking.
Core viewers? No, he has not. Has the Prime Minister tweeted about what is happening in Kerala? No, he has not. Has the Prime Minister tweeted about Manipur? No, he has not. The Prime Minister, viewers, seems to be the most democratic. He doesn't tweet about these issues. Now, you can haul him up for that. You can say that he should be getting into every protest, that he should be rolling up his sleeves. You can accuse him of being silent like a sphinx. You can. But does that mean that Rahul Gandhi, who holds the flag up for democracy globally, is silent when his own ally is rampaging? There's no
who
answer
said
for
the ally
this.
is rampaging?
There is
Who
no
said
answer for this.
That's a skewed approach to the entire happenings over the last 2 days in Bengal. that
It
you are
doesn't
taking,
matter,
Anand.
sir. It doesn't matter.
No, it
Is it
matters
not a fact that
because the
state government
Bengalis have
employees,
rejected
is
the
it not a
mayhem
fact
has
that
happened
state
in
government employees were out protesting? It is, viewers, they were protesting.
Even we protested against the RG.
I didn't see you, sir. I don't see your Rahul Gandhi.
You
I don't
don't
see
see
your
me
state
because you
president.
don't
I
have a
don't see
media
your,
presence out
I don't
here.
see your top officials. I don't see
Because
them.
only what Smita
I don't
Prakash's
even
channel
see,
will show
viewers,
you that you
the
see.
media cell of the Congress taking a position. They're so shaking in their
Nobody is
shoes.
shaking. Nobody is
okay,
shaking.
anyhow, I don't want to stand in between you viewers and the BJP's response. Tom Badakan, would you like to respond to Mr. Kamru Chaudhary?
Well, Rahul, we have seen radio silence from the media department of the Congress party and its leaders. They're just looking the other way. The trail of events from Sandesh Khali to what has happened in the medical college and the hospital is shocking.
No, I understand.
Wait.
It's shocking and it's not right, and I have to come in here because, sir, once again, I will hear a litany of platitudes. Of course, all of this is shocking. The president itself has said it's shocking. But what are you doing about it? The point is there are people crying out for, in fact, Mamata Banerjee is turning the entire argument against you, saying, what is the CBI doing for all these days? That's how
Rahul,
easy it is become to punch holes in your inaction. So I'm
Can
asking
I?
you, if it's so dire,
Yeah.
what are you doing about it?
There's a lot to be done, and I'm sure the government is apprised of the issue. We have the president reacting.
Well, they better be apprised of it. It's so blatantly clear.
Yeah, I'm coming to it. There is an active plan of action in place.
Right.
What the government decides, the decisions that they take are not at the calling of Mamata government or anybody here. What will happen shall happen. But let us wait and watch, because this government is not going
Viewers,
to
today is the
tolerate
28th
attack.
of August.
Yes,
28th of
and
August. This incident happened
I know,
one
I
second,
accept it.
on the eve of India's independence.
And this is
And that means,
870
viewers,
hours.
that we have.
See-
Well, so I'm asking you, what is this great wait? We are waiting for whom?
This we are not in a banana republic, Rahul, that we jump and
No, I'm not saying that you need to jump in there like Sir Galahad and suspend democracy. I'm asking you if there are procedures to be... No. So tell me one procedure that has been begun.
The report has to come from the governor.
He's been flitting about Delhi. He's come up and down about 10 times. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan is raising his hand. I'm sorry, I have to ask you these questions tonight on behalf of the public that is facing this.
Yes, no, you're right when you're asking this question,
so then,
and I'm answering them. The report has to be submitted. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. No, thank you, Rahul, for asking this on behalf of us, the citizens, because both the opposition, the ruling dispensation, the TMC, and most importantly, the ruling dispensation at the center are the ones who hold the reins of democracy or whatever is left of it. Now, Tom Ji is saying that a written report has to be sent. I implored Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to watch the live telecast, the speech of Honorable Governor. It's on the media, 10 minutes. It is almost as if he's going to get up and proclaim the president's rule. His hands are shaking. His veins have stood up on his forehead. He's talking about tyranny. He's talking about dictatorship. He's quoting Rabindranath Tagore. All those things mean anything to anyone in this country. I'm amazed that a written report has not yet been sent. So we must ask the questions, what is happening there in Bengal?
So, Mr. Salve had said that there could even be a parliamentary declaration.
Yes.
So now let me tell you, viewers, since 2014, there have been some 3 sessions of parliament that have been called special sessions. A 2-day special session was called 2015, November 26, to commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In 2017, a joint midnight session of both houses of parliament was convened on June 30th to introduce the GST. In 2023, a special session of parliament was called from September 18 to 22. The session saw the passage of the 106th Amendment Bill 2023 to the Constitution, which established a 33% reservation for women MPs in the Lok Sabha. Now, viewers, women's safety. What is quotas without women's safety, viewers? For women's safety, we cannot have a special session called. What is stopping the government from doing that? I'm not asking people to go there with a tomahawk and thrust it through the parliamentary procedure or the constitutional procedure. I'm only asking.
I'm not asking for a president's rule. I'm saying, is there president in this country or not?
There is.
If there is, then the president has to speak up.
Well, viewers,
do not implement president.
Well, viewers, there cannot be politicking. And I also urge tonight. Well, sir, not when a chief minister is threatening to burn the country. I don't think anyone would want to risk that. So, you can invoke the mobs. Anyhow, one second. Viewers, let me tell you something. She said, we will not let you. And these are her exact words, viewers. I'll read them out to you. Mr. Modi, you're using your party to spread fire. If you burn Bengal, Assam, Northeast, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Delhi will burn. We will topple your chair, she says. We. Anyhow, viewers, look. I don't want to get into much more. I just want to say very clearly, viewers, very clearly this, that there is always a point of inflection. We've arrived at that point of inflection. Now something has to give. Otherwise we'll be sitting here every night fulminating pointlessly, let me tell you, and exchanging barbs. If that's what passes for attention to women's safety, then viewers, I rest my case. I need to move on because there is a very sensitive issue with huge implications that is roiling the Northeast, especially the state of Assam. Amid tension in Assam's Sivasagar district, with some organizations targeting Bengali Muslims and warning that, quote, Bangladeshis, unquote, would have to leave the district within a week, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma declared in the assembly on Tuesday that he will, quote, take sides, unquote, and, quote, will not let Miyas Muslims take over all of Assam, unquote. Sarma made the remarks while responding to adjournment motions moved by 4 opposition MLAs. Many parts of Assam have been tense since the alleged gang rape of a 14-year-old girl in Nagaon district on August 22nd. This incident, in which the accused are Bengali Muslims and the commentary on it has been called an, quote, attack on the indigenous, unquote, by Sarma and many of his ministers, has inflamed tensions in different parts of the state. This is what Himanta Biswa Sarma has said, viewers.
আচ্ছা আজি আপোনালোকে কি কলে যে আজি আপোনালোকে কি কলে এটা ডাঙৰ কথা ৰফিকুল সাহেবে কলে আৰু দেৱব্ৰত শইকীয়াই কলে যে লোৱাৰ আসামৰ পৰা মানুহ আপাৰ আসামত যাবই হাৰি কিয় যাব ককচোন নৰে কিয় যাব না কিয় যাব আপোনালোকে কক তামে আপোনালোকে গুটে অসমখন লবই তানে আপোনালোকে মিয়া মুছলমান মানুহখিনি গুটে অসম লবই আমিও লব নিদিও হৈ গল আমিও লব নিদিও আপোনালোকে আজি হাউচত কলে যে আমি লমে আৰু মই কৈছো আপোনালোকক আমি লব নিদিও
The opposition has slammed the remark, calling it, quote, pure communal poison, unquote. Now, viewers, while the opposition is free to attack the Assam Chief Minister, according to various reports and studies, several districts in Assam have witnessed an influx of Bengali Muslims, leading to altered demographics. The changed population reality, many feel, is impacting the indigenous culture. Let me just take you through very quickly a few of these examples. Dhubri district has the highest Muslim population according to the 2011 census. It's almost 80%, viewers. The Hindu population has declined from 1991 to, viewers, 2011, from 34% to 20%. Let me take you to the next district, viewers. The South Salmara Mankachar district, significant Muslim population, 95% as per the 2011 census. The Hindu population has declined from 4.53% to 2.17%, viewers. Golpara district, substantial Muslim population, 53.71% as per 2011 census. Hindu population declined from 44 to 36.29%, according to the 2011 survey. Borpeta district, viewers, notable Muslim population, almost 60% as per the 2011 census. Hindu population declined from 38 to 30%, viewers, 8% decline. Karimganj district, significant Muslim population, 52.53 as per the 2011 census. Hindu population declined from 45 to 37%, viewers. Hailakandi district, substantial Muslim population, 60.31%, down to 37.35%. to 29.69% by 2011, viewers. And it goes on. The list is long, viewers. We'll be keeping those graphics on your screens. You can see how the demography really has shifted. Now, the fundamental question, viewers, is that should India be alarmed? Is Himanta Biswa Sarma, maybe he's put it crudely, has he no right to express this without being called a communalist, viewers? I'm not by any chance trying to in any way justify the language. He said it in his state legislature. The opposition can move all sorts of motions against him. But viewers, fundamentally, he's drawing attention to what is a mega demographic shift. And what he says, that he will not allow it. Should that not be the point of conversation? Or is the opposition deliberately focusing on the provocative words to try and paper over the problem? Fundamentally, those are the questions. Let's open this up. And I want to begin first with Dr. Ranganathan. We also have with us, of course, a person who knows the region very well, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. Karan Verma also joins the panel. Dr. Ranganathan, look, let's not get into the semantics. I suppose he may himself come out and say that, look, I was using a colloquial term, this, that, the other, as politically incorrect as we might think it is. But he has flagged an issue. Is there a need for us to be worried, to be alarmed? Or is this just some, as the opposition says, bigotry?
Rahul, it is beyond being alarmed. Why are people finding Himanta Biswa Sarma's statement, the core of it, problematic? He has stated the facts. How is stating facts communal? Perhaps it is, but is it not the fact that a particular religious denomination is increasing compared to the others? You yourself have showed that alarming data. Look, if you were to take as a starting point the premise that all religions are exactly the same, then there is no issue. Because under that, if one religious population can be the majority, why can't be the other? But the fact is, all religions are not the same. Some religions exhibit predatory, supremacist, exclusivist views and practices. The truth is, if such a religious denomination becomes majority population, it begins dictating very quickly its social practices upon others. And that is a problem, and that is being flagged. There are some schools in Jharkhand that are now having Friday as a holiday instead of Sunday. We have seen what happened in the Kashmir Valley, Rahul. The sitting chief minister even called for stoning as a punishment there. We have seen the state of homosexuals and atheists and women under the majority of such religious denominations. Atheists are condemned to death in 13 Islamic countries. These are facts. Homosexuals are caned. Women's discriminated. And this is an issue for India. Rahul, all the more reason I come to the next point, which is why we want the NRC. It is a Supreme Court mandated and monitored exercise with an objective to weed out illegal immigration, as stated explicitly in the 2005 Sonowal judgment. In 2005, it was the UPA that proposed urgency in drafting the NRC in Assam. Chidambaram said he feared Assam could one day have a Bangladeshi chief minister, quote unquote.
Okay.
Shashi Tharoor said 20 million illegal Bangladeshis are present in India. He alluded to them being termites. In 2005, Mamata Banerjee called the scourge of illegal Bangladeshi migration as to why all politicians cutting across party lines wanted the NRC before some decided to indulge in politics and scaremongering. Look at the decadal growth rates in Assam. Just 30 seconds. From 2001 to 2011, Hindus grew by 10%. Muslims by 30%, 3 times faster than Hindus. But if you look at the total fertility rates of both Assamese, Hindus and Muslims, they are below replacement level, and the absolute decline is double for Muslims. So what explains this astonishing difference between the Hindu and Muslim growth rates? The finger obviously points to illegal immigration. I quote from the 2005 SC judgment that relied heavily on the facts furnished to the President of India by the legendary Governor of Assam, S.K. Sinha. Just 10 seconds, quote. The illegal migrants coming to India after 1971 have been almost exclusively Muslims. Rahul, we have to grapple with this problem yesterday. So Himanta Biswa Sarma is talking about facts. If facts are communal in this country now, God help us.
God help us, says Dr. Ranganathan. Would you like to respond, Mr. Chaudhary?
Yeah, a lot to respond out here. Basically, you see, ground situation of Assam as of now. I'm not an alarmist out here, but I'm just quoting the ground situation out here. In 1983, we heard about the Nelly massacre. We heard about the Bengali Khadao, that is, kick out the Bengalis from Assam, wherein a genocide happened in Assam. The situation right now among the Muslims, as Himanta Biswa Sarma likes to call them as Miyas, and the Assamese and the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe population of Assam, the situation is same. This man has got a visceral hatred for the Muslims in Assam. Now, I want to ask the simple question to your viewers. When there was an NRC exercise with a legacy data of 1951 being linked up to those people who have claimed the citizenship of India vis-a-vis citizenship of Assam. Now, out of that, some 20 lakhs failed the citizenship test. That means the rest of the population that is there in Assam, around 6 crores, they have proved their nationality in Assam. Now, they might be Hindus, they might be Muslims. That is another question. Now, let me finish. Very important point. I'm just finishing it off. Now, the point out here is that if, as a chief minister of the state, as the home minister is your own party's home minister, please identify the illegal migrants in Assam, catch them, kick them out, put them into detention camp. But which constitution gives the right to Himanta Biswa Sarma to vilify
Okay.
the Muslim Bengali population of Assam?
Okay. Quick response, Karan Verma.
So, Rahul, Kamruz Chaudhary just said that, he should kick out the illegal migrants. Every single time Himanta Biswa Sarma has come out to do a reform, whether it was regularizing the madrasa or taking down a madrasa which was linked to Al-Qaeda,
come on, Karan.
either
Don't get
AIUDF
Let him finish.
or Congress
Let him finish.
people- One second.
Let him finish,
They came
sir,
out
please.
on the
I don't want to
streets.
get into it.
Let him
They
finish,
came
please.
out on the
Mr.
streets
Chaudhary.
and said this land belongs to Allah. They even said Kamakhya temple was given to them by Aurangzeb. Ye to bhasha hai Badruddin Ajmal ki. Every time he passed a
I'm
resolution
not
for
a
even
spokesperson
prohibition of
Ajmal.
child marriage.
Ajmal has spoiled Assam.
Can you please
forget about
Kamru
it.
Chaudhary, let
Right.
him speak, please. Yeah, Karan
speak
Verma,
now.
you can
When
start
he brought
again if
in
you
a
want. Yeah.
When he brought in a legislation for prohibition of child marriage, what did Congress and AIUDF said? Congress kept mum and AIUDF said, why don't the Hindus marry young like Muslims? This is the language you've used. When Rohingyas were arrested, you again came out on the streets. It's become a nightmare, Rahul. Every year, thousands of Rohingyas, thousands of illegal Bangladeshis are arrested by the NIA, by the
Now, 2
BSF.
minutes.
The BSF has said it's a nightmare. The way they are pouring in and the political patronization that they receive on this end. So,
Okay.
it's very easy
I-
to sit here and preach this if you politically
I am
aside
guilty,
those
viewers.
ideas.
I am guilty tonight of not giving enough time to this debate. So I promise you that tomorrow we will have a more detailed look at this particular issue in a slightly different, changed context. I leave it at this. The right stand coming up. Don't go away.
Отдельно лежал боеприпас, отдельно... Где кран стоит? Помещение это Хаят, мы туда еще приедем. Так, стучи, дверь. Знакомьтесь, председатель директор МАГАТЭ ГРОС. Александр Ильич, все хорошо. Так, рассказывай.
Was upgraded. Of the Chernobyl station and to judge for yourself change the whole system, the interface. There's a
Газ, вода.
UN nuclear watchdog chief Rafael Grossi said Russia's Kursk power plant is at risk of a nuclear accident. That's while a frontline battle rages in the Kursk region, a mere 25 miles from the plant.
When a plant is operating, the temperature is much higher.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
There was the case of an impact or something that could affect it, there would be serious consequences.
Grossi, the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, gave his warning on Tuesday after an inspection.
This nuclear power plant is of the RBMK type, which basically means that it does not have the containment dome and protective structure that is typical to most of the more current nuclear power plants. What does this mean? This means that the core of the reactor containing nuclear material is protected just by a normal roof. This makes it extremely exposed.
President Vladimir Putin accused Ukraine last week of trying to attack the Kursk plant. That's after Ukrainian troops carved out a portion of Russian territory this month. Ukraine has yet to respond to the accusations that it attacked the facility. The safety of nuclear power plants has repeatedly been endangered over the course of the Ukraine war. Conflict began in February 2022, when Russia sent thousands of troops over the border into Ukraine. Moscow and Kyiv have repeatedly blamed each other for drone and artillery attacks on the Russian-controlled Zaporizhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine. However, the recent incursion by Ukrainian forces into Russia has put the spotlight on the Kursk plant. It has 4 reactors of the same design as those at the Chernobyl nuclear plant, scene of the world's worst civilian nuclear disaster in 1986. Grossi also visited a school in the region, close to the Kursk nuclear power plant. A Reuters reporter heard air raid sirens blaring, indicating a missile threat, moments before Grossi arrived. Grossi has repeatedly warned of a nuclear disaster if nuclear plants are attacked.
Good evening, you're watching The Right Stand with me, Poonam Burde. Today, India is celebrating a decade of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, a landmark initiative in financial inclusion. The Jan Dhan Yojana was designed to integrate the vast unbanked population of this country into the formal financial system. The cabinet has approved 12 industrial cities under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program. The government green lights 12 projects. This is going to be worth 28,600 crore rupees and is expected to revolutionize India's industrial landscape. This also aligns with the vision for Viksit Bharat. These projects will cement India's role in global value chains with ready-to-allot land for investors. Robust, sustainable infrastructure to drive investments and spur balanced regional development is what is the aim. Days after, India took up the issue of the seizure of two swarups of copies of the Guru Granth Sahib with authorities in Qatar. They were returned to the Indian embassy in Doha. India has thanked the government of Qatar for the same. India has also appealed to all Indian citizens residing in Qatar or other countries to follow local laws and regulations in all matters. On to our top focus now. West Bengal, specifically Kolkata, has been witness to protests, to violence and bloodshed. Complete anarchy, that's the only way to describe what's happened in West Bengal in Calcutta for the last 2 days. The BJP hit the streets. They held a 12-hour bandh across the state against what they called was state-sponsored efforts to derail the RG Kar rape and murder probe. This bandh resulted in a massive violence today. BJP workers clashed with supporters of TMC, the police personnel. There were barricades that were brought down, there were vehicles that were vandalized as well. This comes the day after students' body-led march to the Secretariat was halted in its tracks and nearly 147 people are now behind bars. But the cost of this anarchy is high. Kolkata Police East Division Sergeant Debashish Chakraborty, who sustained an injury in his